Well, I'm back. Same day. I'm recording this March 30th, approximately 10:30 in the evening, or close to. Anyway, I don't get the whole thing. I really don't. You know, if you want to know what I'm talking about, I'll explain it to you in a moment. I don't understand how it's still an issue. How this one person got the pro-blacks and the manosphere fighting with one another, and it was indirectly, or because you got certain individuals on one side, on the pro-black sector, which I follow a few of them who have some common sense and who aren't haters. But even if they have common sense and they aren't haters, there's certain godfathers of the pro-black consciousness who can't be checked, and a lot of people with common sense refuse to check them because they don't want to kick a hornet's nest. Here I am, I'm many things, but I am black first and will always be black. So this whole situation kills me, how I have to just constantly listen to, and I allude to it in the upcoming video, and it's taken a long time to process for some reason, because it's YouTube, it ain't BS. It's an hour podcast that you see with my new co-host, who's going to be dropping in occasionally, Hound Fox Vasquez, Dominican brother that I grew up with for the last, we've been friends for like I say like maybe a decade and a half, it seems. Anyway, I go a little bit into detail about the whole situation, why I don't respect Umar Johnson, and it has nothing to do with me having clashing ideologies about blackness. It's about him sticking to his pandering ways. My problem is, I know you grew up in Black America. You can change your name and you can talk about how you are the descendant of Frederick Douglass, and you can talk about your certifications. I don't care about that. You, as a black man, from one black man to another, we're close in age. We're not that far apart in age, bro. You know how we grew up, man. You know how we grew up. And you know the detriment of matriarchal society in Black America. And I talk about it quite often because it could have been me. It could have been me, and it has claimed the psyche of a lot of black people I grew up with, and a few that my friends grew up with. My friend was telling me his experiences down in Georgia with a friend of his. And this friend of his mother treats him like absolute garbage. But you cannot say one bad thing about this woman. You can't, to him. And she, according to how I'm getting the story and how it's been told to me numerous times from my friend, she ain't shit. But you cannot talk about her at all. And it's like, oh yeah, you know, you the one parent that was in my life, so that's what I owe you. You can't disrespect the one parent that was there for me, and I understand and I get that. But it has to come a time where you are a grown ass man, and you have to. It has to come to a time where you have to hold her accountable for her ways. You see the number it's done on you, black men. You see the number. And I'm not saying this is a one-size-fits-all situation. Not all brothers grew up in this situation. But the thing I don't respect about Johnson is that Johnson pretends as if shit like this don't happen on the common. And it happens commonly. You always want to hold our feet to the fire as black men to another black man, but you got absolutely no smoke. None. No smoke for Boom Keisha, Shakita, and all the rest of them, Kiki, whatever you want to call it, stereotypical nicknames. You ain't got no smoke for them. They're bad decision making. They're perpetual disrespecting men. You'll turn around and say, in every situation, now I can understand, you just don't go around respecting a man who don't respect you. And vice versa, you don't do the same thing with women. Which I will get to in a moment, but this is, like I said, it's perpetual. It's perpetual, like by default. You don't hold them accountable for that. And you wonder why a lot of these brothers get their bag and they go elsewhere. I'm not saying that's the end all be all. Definitely not saying that. But you gotta wonder why. And it ain't because black men collectively have a malfunction and we're not in tune with our blackness. We know, a lot of us know, even those who like to ride, who like to ski the Alpines and go with the snow bunnies, even they know that they're black. But this is why, you gotta understand, this is why that whole situation with Michael B. Jordan had legs. Why this whole situation with Jonathan Majors, even though evidences just keep coming out clearly showing he's innocent, you understand why the things he did, why he dates who he dates and stuff. But I don't expect a lot of sisters to get it, because I was watching months ago a podcast with nothing but biracial women on there. And a lot of them hated the fact that he dates a white woman. They hated that fact, despite that's how they all got here. But they were totally okay with pure black women dating white. You see the bullshit be going? No, you don't talk about that, Umar. You will turn around and you will say, well, see, because these brothers need to do better. See, these women don't know better because they don't have men in their life, and that's all y'all fault as black men, so y'all need to fix it. You better get the fuck out of here. I don't raise none of these people. I'm talking women my age and stuff. I'm supposed to raise the village. When the village don't respect me, I'm supposed to raise the village. No, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to deal with my blackness on a personal level. I'm going to deal with it on a personal level. You all for finding black love, but guess what? You ain't all about fixing it. Because if you fixed it, you will run out of money, right? No more females to pander to you and give you donation money because you holding our feet to the fire only. See, this is the shit that Ace Metaphor does, Derek Jackson does, despite him being a piece of shit hypocrite. This is the shit that Umar Johnson does. It's just that those two aren't pro-black. They just happen to be black. But he's the pro-black. He's the dude waiting in the wings like Batman to drop down on any famous brother who's dating a non-black female. And if the relationship dissolves and goes bad, just like it would and could with a black-on-black relationship, you're there to give them smoke. And you only want to blame it on the fact that their partner was white. I don't hear you saying anything about Jody Turner Smith begging Joshua Jackson to marry her. You got nothing to say about that, right? Nothing. You got nothing to say about that, do you? Keep it funky. Keep it 100%. Keep it down the middle. You can't do that because you, at the end of the day, talk this pro-black shit, but you personally only care about the money. There's other people out there that I do listen to who care about this on a personal level, and guess what? They are nowhere as militant and as annoying and as hand over fist pandering as you are. None of them are. That I listen to. There's many others. Yeah, I get that. But I'm talking about compared to you, they pale in comparison. And I respect the fact that they have views that are pro-black. Because I have many of them the same. But the difference is where I fall out of contention with a lot of this stuff is that this whole situation with the 6 foot Becky in the UK, this whole situation with her really proves the point that for a bunch of people who are pro-black, the militant pro-blacks, these people live rent-free in your brain. I deal with enough racism at work. I deal with enough of it at work. I come home and I gotta listen to a bunch of guys pocket watch some woman because she just happened to employ people who look like me. And then you pocket watching her, you pocket watch everybody. This is what black people do. And I thought Obsidian was bugging, but the more I sit back and watch it, the more it's shown to be true. I had to get an update from somebody, I think on Solo TV. You over there saying, oh, she's been exposed. Just pearly things being exposed. Why are you letting this chick live rent-free in your brain? Oh, that's right, because you need content. You need views, right? You need AdSense. So stop pocket watching and de-policing people who want to get content if you're going to be a hypocrite. See, this is the shit this is why Obsidian and Jason Black have an issue with one another. And I know a lot of people that I'm subscribed to ride hard for Jason Black. But you guess what? I don't anymore. After you sat there and you went on a whole fucking 3-hour tirade almost, and then you like, I just want her gone. I want her gone. From the whole thing, her, Adam 22, all of them, I want them gone. That's some hating shit, and I'm not even defending them. If they come a day where they stop making content, I don't care. But the fact you sitting up there wishing that they're gone, we got bigger fish to fry, my dude. We got bigger fish to fry, and you sitting there complaining about some 6-foot Becky in the UK. I know she's American, but you know. You sitting there complaining about that because, I'm sorry, what it sounds to me is that when you put up your documentaries of you interviewing people like Richard Spencer and Jared Taylor, whatever his name is, a lot of white nationalists, you're afraid that her, and I can see it like this from a common sense point of view, you're afraid that her interview with Nick Fuentes, who is a self-proclaimed incel, white nationalist, racist, you're mad that her whole, that will get her more views and stuff. You want to pocket watch? Yes, that's what you're doing. You pocket watching and stuff because, what would you have this smoke? I ask a lot of you, would you have this smoke if it was just Keisha things? It was just Monique things. It was just Simone things. Would you have smoke for her if she interviewed Nick Fuentes? Black men, a lot of men in the Black Manosphere will have smoke for her because she's off cold. But you're going to get on a Becky because, oh, that's right, you think because she hires and works with black people that she's not a conservative. She's always said that. So I don't care for her political views because I'm neither conservative or liberal, because all of them are fucking crazy if you ask me. But you went into a whole goddamn rant and you just end up exposing what you really want. You just want them. I want them gone. Bring up the fact that your profile pitch is what somebody said another night, a couple of nights ago on the live stream. Eldridge Cleaver? See, I've heard so many things about the Black Panthers and how a lot of them were fucked up individuals, and that don't make me any less black. You know it's true. You know a lot of them were in bed with the PC people. You know a lot of them were in bed with them. But you're going to take the picture of Cleaver? Eldridge Cleaver, the guy who confessed to being a black male rapist, a grapist, and he practiced on his own women so he can get more proficient at taking it from Becky's. But that's your profile picture, right? But you want to attack some 6 foot Becky in the UK because for what? For what? She's 26 years old. You think her info, you think her show is informative to me and I follow this woman? No. She's a conductor. When you sitting there, you listening to her guests talk. You listening to the people like King Richie's, who got his own channel, and other people, and Auntie and all the other ones talk. You're not like, and I only catch that at highlight views. The most footage I watched from that studio was because I'm subscribed to MTR. And he was doing a review about, he was showing a lot of footage from Melanie King. You got no smoke for Melanie King, right? A few don't have any smoke for her. Why? Because she's not an idiot. That woman is a little bit younger than I am. And she wouldn't take that line down. She knows her shit. But I done rambled on way too long. This whole thing, just it bewilders me that for people who claim to be about the enlightenment of black people and getting us on code, you letting a 6 foot Becky from that's sitting that's in the UK, you letting her live in your brain rent free. Make it make sense. I'm gonna always be black. It's like Freddie Fox say, I'ma always be looking to my eyes, so nothing you should do to me come as a surprise. I continue being raw dog, putting in work. Continue putting in work. Stop. Stop. At the end of the day, she about her business. Be about yours. Fury, I'm out. Peace.